Good morning, everybody. So the day has officially begun today. While we're doing some crazy fun stuff with this 750S, finished in green, which is going to be my stallion, my weapon for the day, which has a green key versus the beige key that I have for my own. See, this is my personal car. It's beige, so it's interesting how they change the colors for the car. I do like that. Down that way is going to be like Santa Monica area, and I'm excited because I want to try to hit up Rodeo Drive first, and then Griffith Observatory, especially in a car like this. So you know what? This is a good time for a review as well for the latest model year of the 750S.
Use the left 2 lanes to keep left toward Los Angeles.
All right, here we go, guys. First drive of the 2025 McLaren 750S Coupe with bright green. It's so fun. I'm excited about this, guys, because of where we are.
Miles. Take 8.
Let me turn this down. We were trying to find a way to Rodeo Drive right now. Well, trash in the road. That's one thing about this region, you know, Santa Monica next to LA. There's a lot of trash, but there's beautiful coastlines. Whoa! Mine says left.
Mine says right. We'll see who gets there first.
Okay. Okay, so we are using Apple CarPlay right now. Thankfully, cars like this do have them now. My personal phone is an Android, so unfortunately there's no connection for that. But there is Apple CarPlay, and I have a secondary phone that is an Apple. Whoa, these things are massive, massive speed bumps. That's one bummer. So luckily this thing does have front end lift. I don't want to bottom it out. Front lift is up, going sideways. Woo! We made it. Thank God. That front end lift is way faster. It's like 3 seconds now. It used to take like a year. So right now we're driving in normal sport mode with sport handling and sport drivetrain settings for the engine. This is going to give us those whiplashes, those bangs and bucks on every single gear change. If you guys don't know, the 750S has 750 PS, which hence starts the name. 750S. S means series. So this is a 750 series for McLaren. Well, it's got a carbon fiber monocoque tub, which means that the carbon fiber you can probably see right here is part of the carbon fiber tub, all the way through the middle, up top, through to those C-pillars all the way down. This means that this car is pretty much unlike any other supercar on the street. Most supercars out there, well, they don't have a carbon fiber tub. They have a normal aluminum, just bonded tub, a space frame aluminum bonded architecture. So when you get into a car with a carbon fiber monocoque, not only is the rigidity going straight up, because this is a really rigid material they use in Formula One, so there's less chassis flex, but also when the wheels or suspension makes contact, as you can see with some of the bumps right here, that entire shock gets transmitted much quicker throughout the entire vehicle, and also it gets hidden away, of course, very well by the suspension calibration with the hydraulic linked Gen 3 suspension. Versus a 765 LT, I found this car to be easier to drive towards the limit. I put down a lot of track lap times in a 750S, coupe especially. It's just, it's got a way about it which is different than the 765. The suspension, the entire architecture with it just is polished out a bit more. Yeah, it's got the same internals and more from the 765, same wing. The suspension is a newer gen, and the aero has just been finely polished. I don't think you need more aero. I don't think it needs any adjustments to be properly balanced, anything like that. It feels to me just like a well put together and finely tuned machine. I found that I've become the fastest on track with vehicles that just get polished and are easier to drive towards the limit. The harder the car is to drive, well, the more difficult it is to get towards that limit. Even if that limit is sky high, there's a lot to keep in mind when it comes to chasing a lap time. And I think the car that is more inviting to you and makes you feel more comfortable and confident is the car that you will be faster in. Oh my gosh. He beat me. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that. Well, we have made it, guys, to Wilshire, Boulevard in the McLaren 750S coupe with green. Up there he is again. So fun. That guy is so fun. But so far, guys, I mean, this is the classic spot, right, for a supercar. This is where the Hollywood celebs live, well, nearby. You see this area and all the movies, right? I think there's just so many tourists all the time that walk around over here. I actually have driven on this road in my 600 LT ones, and then I drove it one time in a, what was it? It was a different McLaren. Oh, another 600 LT. So 2 600 LTs I've driven on this road. But this is where you're gonna find the super high priced Dior or other fancy Louis Vuittons all over the place out here. Fancy handbags. Wow, look at this place. Rolex. Whoa. It's funny because like this car can put down a lap record, but then it's like a piece of art, just like these art pieces. What do you want to do? I realize we're next to Angeles Crest too, aren't we?
No, we're far.
Right? That's far?
Back to Griffith?
Yeah.
There'll be more parking there.
Yeah, let's do Griffith. I wish we had a photo from outside. But you'd never give your phone to a local in LA to take a photo. Okay, let's do it, guy. California is so beautiful. If you've never been, oh, right there it says Sunset Studios, right there. Hollywood Studios. Wow, this is insane, guys. I think this kind of a car is the envisionment of people's dreams. I know so many people, even like myself, whose drive is purely based on trying to get the opportunity to experience stuff like this. You know, I'm like all of you. I'm a total geek with cars. I play the video games, the racing games, my whole life. And I really just want to say to all of you guys who have never been into a mid-engine car, an exotic car, and you want to just stick with it, guys. Don't give up, and you find a passion, just work towards it. I think any of these cars are achievable if you understand one mindset. All these houses basically around us are $1 million or more, and a majority of houses in California are $1 million or more. Per each house, that's like 4 McLarens, depending on which ones you buy. So basically, everyone in California who owns a house or is buying their own house is buying multiple McLarens. So if you switch that mindset from someday I'll buy a house to someday I can get a fraction of the cost of a house spent and get my dream car that can turn me into my own racing driver inspired by F1, then I think these cars seem more obtainable. And we have made it.
It's actually perfect. The Hollywood sign is right there.
And then the observatory is there. That worked out beautifully. So much fun, especially out here. Getting a selfie of a selfie.
I think we attracted a little bit of a crowd.
A little bit of a crowd. Let's get some like bystander reviews. Real quickly, are you tired of getting rock chips on your car, especially from going to the racetrack? Well, this video is brought to you by Speed Phenom Film, your go-to destination for all your paint protection film needs. Located in Carlsbad, California, call 760-496-8607 today, or check out the contact information in the description down below to find out a quote completely for free and with zero hassle. Protect your car today so you can enjoy it. Back to the video. So now that we have the Artura Spider right behind me, Jeff, I'll get the key to the Artura Spider.
I got it.
Check it out.
Yes.
So this versus the standard Artura, well, they finally have made it have the drop top. So when you get inside, of course, do you mind if I drop it down real quick?
Go for it, please.
Versus the standard McLaren Artura, which has been available for a few years now. This guy, if we hit this button here, actually you can even just drop the top, I think, with it in electric mode. So if I close this door, this is really cool. Look at the electrochromatic roof. You can get this on the 750. But if we pull this button right here, or I think it's push forward, this whole top will go down on its own even when the vehicle's not on, because this thing is a hybrid. So then, oh, it's fully exposed carbon underneath the deck lid. So that's pretty cool. And then when we get out now, turn it off, it's in electric mode when you start it. This is a glimpse at the future with McLaren, and luckily with what they're doing with this vehicle right here is that versus other electric or hybrid exotic cars, they're keeping the weight down. So when you get into a 296 GTB or other ones, they're significantly heavier, 200 plus pounds heavier. So the reason why I'm gravitated towards like the 750S right here to my right is because it has none of the electric upgrades with the battery system. So when you get up to the vehicle and drive it on track, it's as light as it can be. So this is inherently heavier, of course, but it offers so many different experience types that the 750S doesn't. So they really have a different offering on each sector, right? This is the all-out ICE non-hypercar McLaren. That's the W1, and it looks really good with that being said, with the carbon fiber chassis, the low 3,000 like 60-pound curb weight, the 765 LT louvers. So this is like, I don't know, if you want all out, just the most traditional motorsport inspired feeling supercar, you get this one with the even the hydraulic steering is incredible. But then if you want a glimpse into the future with an ultimate daily driver, I think that's what the Artura Spider is all about, because when it's early 5 a.m. in the morning, you can turn on electric mode, start it, and then leave your house and not get in trouble by anyone. Even if a cop pulls you over for having a loud exhaust, put in electric mode and see what happens next, guys. Let us know which one would you choose, the 690 horsepower Artura Spider, the 740 horsepower McLaren 750S Coupe. This is about 280, 290,000 with options is over 3, of course, right here. And then that 750S is probably getting close to 400 with the upgraded wheels, the carbon louvers, and all the other upgrades this vehicle has. This starts at like 340, by the way. All right, guys, well, there you have it. We have made it to Griffith Observatory, and this is the best place to get a view of both the Hollywood sign that way and then the view of the whole skyline. And I think to highlight another point, you know, spending time yesterday with Oliver Webb, you know, who's raced at Le Mans, I think it's really cool thinking about doing more in the channel with going towards racing and motorsports. We've done so much with lap time record tests with a lot of supercars. So I think after this journey concludes, we need to look more into that, especially since we drove the Artura Trophy race car. That could be a fun way to start, maybe in that series. Everyone wants to get a photo with the 750S. It's just getting crowds and crowds. How can you have a vehicle that you can go anywhere and it just puts a smile on people's faces? That's why you get into a sports car, a supercar, not only for the smile it gives you, but like you're bringing people together. People like cars, and it's a cool opportunity when you get to see a special car on the road. And it makes me have more fun too, because it's like seeing these kids. I was like one of those kids, right? So maybe it can inspire them to try to follow their dreams in the future, to get something that they really enjoy, and maybe hopefully make them into a better driver in the future, a safer driver as well. Okay, leaving Griffith Observatory with the McLaren. Okay, so this is the best parking spot I could find. Here we are, next pit stop. Chick-fil-A Easter egg for these McLarens. They have the face being a racing driver helmet for a person. Reserved for a law enforcement officer in a Prius parking right there. LA. Let's get some Chick-fil-A. Then next stop, I want to find out how this thing handles in the corners up here at Angeles Crest. Okay, so price as tested in this video. We are at about $426,750 and includes the processing fees. All the options that this car has seemingly is not finished on this page. You can see just a few, like the black wheels, $5,800. The black finish for the wheels, $2,000. Gas guzzler tax, $1,000. It's got a 3 for that score, 3 for that score. And then average MPG 17, 19 highway, 15 city. I mean, this car has a lot of options. I'd say it's about 80 grand in options. So when you think about it, oh, there's a color right there, Elite. So it is a non-MSO color, but it's an elite color called Mantis Green. The options in the interior, like the interior itself, the green package is about like $9,800 from what I recall. The upgraded sound system is like 5. The carbon on the steering wheel package is 8. Another like 8 for the carbon everywhere else throughout the interior. Another like 8 for the louvers and carbon fiber. There's so much on that car. So when you look at the starting price, about $330,000 to $340,000. So yes, they add up fast, and this thing is going to be right there alongside the Temerario in terms of cost. You just have to park next to me, right? You have to park next to the green supercar. There's no other spots. Oh my gosh. As Ed Bassmaster would say, unreal. Okay, well, we have made it to the famous Angeles Crest highway area. This is a really fun mountain road. So behind the wheel of the 2025 McLaren 750S, what you notice with it is that now that I have it in track suspension settings, I need to get the steering wheel straight for it to shift modes. There we go. Now the suspension has been completely updated. So this has hydraulic link suspension, meaning each corner is actually connected. So versus independent dampers and more, this is going to really give you more race-like suspension and also weight transfer control. I really am impressed, and I can already feel how much more stiff this car has gotten. I'm like jumping up and down right now in my seat. It's really crazy how quick you can change the way this car has feedback. Well, the display is still the same, so it changed to track mode, but it's the same as in the 2024 model year. Our tire temps look good, about 105 up front and 120 out back. So they're fully warmed up, and they're pretty high in PSI, 39. For a fast cornering, what you want to be at is about 32 for a hot PSI pressure, if I recall correctly. But this thing just has so much grip, so much power. I really love just getting this thing up to speed. The turbos honestly don't feel like they have much lag. When I put it in dynamic setting, it loosens up the traction control system. So when I get on power, the wing starts moving. You see that? I mean, the thing about having 740 horsepower and having a curb weight of just about 3,000 pounds means your power to weight ratio allows you to accelerate basically as fast as competitors like a Revuelto almost, and the fastest straight line cars in the world. This will pull a 9-second quarter mile, which we've done in my own car. It doesn't have 1,000 horsepower. It doesn't need 1,000 horsepower to be able to put down those types of numbers. Jeez. Whoa! I love the steering feel. There's not many cars that can just nail that feedback through the steering wheel. It's electro-hydraulic, so you actually have a physical connection with the hydraulic link. So many electric steering racks just lack basically all feedback, in my opinion. They're just programmed to be extremely numb. This car is not like that. Not programmed to be numb, it just with the programming makes them numb because there's no actual physical connection. This car, it gives you one. So it's the closest to a race car. Porsche has good steering too, I have to say. I just don't like when some cars put in track mode and the steering gets super stiff. It's like, it's stiffer now, it's more race car. Like, no, that's not what a race car is like. Secondly, the braking modulation, it's a very stiff carbon ceramic brake pedal, similar to a race car. You gotta put in pressure to slow down. And then once you do put in that pressure, it slows down pretty well. The wing shot up. The steering feel, it's just so good. I love electro-hydraulic. And not only that, the front end grip, even on the track, we did a 1:27 lap time in this car. That's insane. That's faster than a GT2 RS. That's faster than the Senna time that got put down by Randy. It shows you how capable this car is. It brought everything from the 720, everything from the 765, and just polished it out. How is this thing so hooked up? It's honestly insane to me, the balance that this car has. That's all about having that rear-wheel drive formula fully nailed down. This is the greatest version of the hydraulic link suspension. It's just easier to drive. Wow. You know, there's a thrill to this that I think so many people seem to miss. Because people think to themselves, I've only owned one type of car, and all of the brands are not as good because, you know, I've always owned a Mustang or a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, or a Corvette, and those brands are bad. And I can comment on this because I used to be like this. I used to have Shelbys, and I wasn't a big fan of other brands at all. I started getting the opportunity to experience what other cars have to offer. And that's when I realized, like, oh my gosh, there's more flavors of ice cream I like than vanilla. Oh, there's mint. Oh, there's chocolate. And from tasting all those flavors, then you get to find out which one you prefer. And from a lot of the flavors that I've tasted recently of track-focused vehicles, some I enjoy, some I really enjoy, and some I'd want to take home and actually own. And you guys have seen over the years, we've bought like 11 different vehicles on the channel, and this is one of them. So I hope you get to see why I'm so hooked on it. This is the way it wraps around you, it's an extension of you, the driver, is just stunning to me. We've made it to the famous pull-around point on Angeles Crest. Let's go ahead and park and get some shots, shall we? I just feel like time has stopped, you know? And I've been doing so much stuff lately. Running around, it's the hustle and bustle, and I feel like everything's up in the air now. It's like spontaneous, you know? My next destination is what I make it. So I think I needed to get out here. Go in environments I'm not usually at. This is a rare feeling. It's a feeling where all the stress, all the worries, they just pause. It's like an escape. And it's not an act either. The feeling of this quietness, nothingness, it's pretty good. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, I appreciate it. Let us know your thoughts from this coverage. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a new video. I appreciate that. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.